Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. This is important element.
Brambrals, Zoom,
So part pending. Two sessions completed. Is there anything pending with that discussion? Question pending. Comments? Yes, welcome. Revision. Let's recap a little bit. Then we will take the questions. Yes, what are the points I need to first remember?
it's a very dynamic interaction. In every circumstance is very unique. It's not like a rule book.
Yeah.
It's like life, very dynamic.
Yes. You dynamically apply this principles. You cannot have standard predetermined response that we can show. Because we could not identify also with these skills because it is temporary. Yes. Our skill can temporary. But what is permanent? Devotion is permanent. Yes, you want to say that? Would you get a law of experience or not with a slave? Yes. And you told on the of Janice of them. We learned of them. Very good. Next. Any knowledge that is from using pride from Maya. And then contributing using intelligence. Yes. When knowledge induces pride in us, that's ignorance, is the product of Maya. Knowledge is accompanied by humility, then it is realization, it is Krishna knowledge, especially if the knowledge is spiritual knowledge. That's in response to your question, right? Yes, anything else? It takes also very time from virtual to physical rhythm. Also, in the area of acceptance of feedback, you should not justify. You don't accept any suggestions and feedback because it was part.
On personal level, we tolerate, but for a group, we have to depend in Vaishnava way, depending on the circumstances.
Personal examinations we can tolerate, but when the interest of the group or society
Other Vaishnavas, making compromise, respond. And guest fellows. Guest fellows, when we are guests, we have to tolerate all these shortcomings in the host. We have to host is not treating you well, you tolerate. But that does not mean you treat your guests politely. And
You gave the connection between the two sloka like Shavai Pumsha and Gita 10.10. So how both are connected. And you said that the knowledge comes from Krishna, it's giving humility.
connection between Savi Pumsa and Garo Dharma and the Shamsata.
A small trick that can be done by the messing around the devotees who are give the example. Observe.
When we are very observant of other devotees' good qualities, we can also develop those qualities. To appreciate them. Yes. Yes.
Teacher should be maintaining good content and good care.
Yes. Okay.
Good things come from Krishna and evil comes from man.
Yes.
Also, you mentioned how we can learn to see the good qualities of devotees, recognizing and remembering them as being constituent parts of the Supreme Lord. And that way remember the qualities of the Lord and see the connection between qualities.
It is natural devotees reflect Krishna's qualities. Because we are Amshas of Krishna, our good qualities are also Amshas of Krishna. When a devotee is demonstrating some good qualities, that's because of their connection with Krishna through bhakti. And sometimes these good qualities also could be products of modern peoples. Sattva. But if it is so, if these good qualities are only products of Sattva Tamo then they are not sustainable. One who is in mode of goodness may be gentle, polite, grateful, respectful, humble, etc. etc. But such a person, if he associates with Vidovani and Brahmavani people, they lose good qualities. But Bhakti is different. So when their qualities are based on Bhakti, then they are more sustainable. And even if you have poor qualities in the initial stage of Bhakti, you can develop good qualities. Yastyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana. Sarvai guna isvara samasati sutta. With Bhakti, you develop good qualities even if you don't have. But Harana abhaktasya kuto mahaguna. There is Hari Bhakti. Even if you have so many good qualities, you may not use them. Anything else? It's like Janmaishkara Shabdashali, they are good qualities, great qualities from a material perspective. But they induce pride in this. If we have devotees. But if it is under protection, then they don't induce pride. They increase our devotion, they facilitate our expression.
Yes, to speak about the accomplishments. We nurture someone, we progress in social service. They will put so much of feather in our cap that
We are buried under the account. Yes, you can help devotees. You can inspire them. You can assist them in their devotional service. But don't tend to take credit for their accomplishments. Don't fail to acknowledge their own individual qualities. Just like the originator of grace is great, the receiver of grace is also great. In this exchange, the transmitter should not claim so much credit. Very correct. Krishna is the originator of grace. And he will transfer grace. And he will be the receiver of grace. So he is willing to receive it, therefore he should get the credit. He is willing to give it, therefore he should get credit. What is your credit here? You have been a transmitter. To the degree you want to take credit for it, to the degree you want to take credit for his receiving that grace, you are not being transparent. Getting right? You transparently transmit the grace, and it's your fortune to act as a transparent transmitter. But instead of considering that opportunity to be your fortune, you would tend to claim credit for his spiritual advancement, for his spiritual upliftment, for his improvement. उसको means he was in ignorance. I gave him knowledge. वो ज्ञान ज्ञानांजन the Ram Buddhi Yogam, have you never considered it? Whatever Buddhi you have is coming from Krishna. And you just share it with others. Okay. Yeah. Yes, you will get Krishna's grace for sharing with others. That's what Krishna said. One who teaches Bhagavad Gita to others is immediate. That much we are entitled for. We get Krishna's grace to the degree you sincerely care the grace that you receive with others. But in this whole process, we claim credit for yours. You think you have transformed somebody. You block Krishna's grace also. And God, this fellow is taking credit for the grace that I have given him. He is like, I said, yeah, so. Because I gave him. He never had this product. I gave him the product, he just gave it, passed it on. And he's taking credit. Right? I give you 10 rupees or 100 rupees. And I tell you, please give it to what's the name, Prabhu? Prana Priya Prabhu, please pass it on to Prana. You pass it. And if you say, I have given you 100 rupees, and I have saved you, then you're a cheater. Are you not? You're a cheater, right? I have given you. So maybe Krishna is like that. He is taking my content. He is taking my instructions. He is taking my knowledge, my mercy, my compassion, and he is passing it on to others. And he is saying that he has given it. So Krishna is very uncomfortable. Right? But if you are not in a mood to receive credit for what contribution you have done to others, Krishna will give you more credit. Then you feel very embarrassed to the degree of credit that Krishna is giving. You will be very embarrassed. Krishna is Prabhavaya Sarvasatmana. Krishna is eager to expand the glories of his life. The devotee becomes eager to expand his own glories. Krishna says, okay, take it. He wants to expand, I can expand. I will not bother. In this whole discussion, another glitch is when Krishna is choosing to expand so and so devotee's glories, you feel envious of it. But Krishna is expanding his glories, no, they are not my glories. I am not glorious now. That's another biggest problem in life. Getting that? There are tiny nuances of tea. It's not that easy. Consciously or unconsciously, we are avoiding so many shortcomings. Not even aware of them. It's like you're not aware how sick you are. When you go and put your hand in the hand of an Ayurvedic doctor, he'll say, no problem. No problem. What's your problem with that? It's not your body. All these problems are there within my body. My God, I just cannot. You can imagine, it's inconceivable. Similarly, when a spiritually elevated personality is touching your nadi, you may not exactly touch your nadi to evaluate you. You just share principles. So, just hearing one class from an exalted devotee is like proper nadi study. It could be like a CT scan, MRI scan, X-ray, ECG, other scanning kind of technologies. Right. Just by giving one class, some sannyasi, guru, or some exalted Vaishnava. Thoroughly expose ourselves to us. But the biggest problem is we don't want to be exposed to our own shortcomings. We have so many reservations in genuinely accepting how fallen we are. Does it happen sometimes? It happened with me 100 times, hundreds of times. We don't want to accept how fallen we are. We always want to find some reason to think how glorious we are. That blocks our progress. When you think you are in a situation where you need to improve, then there is a possibility of improvement. When you don't even think like that, I think I'm blurred now, almost on the level of whatever. Then there is the possibility of improvement. So acknowledge genuinely, honestly, humbly, acknowledging our own shortcomings is mandatory for our own growth. Do not announce this to the whole world. At least be honest with yourself and be honest with the deities. Be honest with Krishna. Now, don't just go. Right? Do not reveal your shortcomings to the whole world. You're putting on the WhatsApp broadcast or some other social media platform. So following. You know this breaking news and following. Following so well. That will become viral also. If you do that, it becomes viral. It becomes popular by that. He's so popular that he's so popular. Right? People like sensationalists, very people. Right. You need to be honest. Okay. Any other points? While conducting the revision session, I get new thoughts to start the class. Yes. Anything else? Yeah, now questions.
It's honestly what you're talking. What are the measures that they like be honest with?
Still
The honesty part is very difficult to be honest. Like, this fear of exposing our shortcomings. So, like, you should be honest. Develop honesty.
again, this virtue, value, qualities are not strategies. Quality is not a strategy, it's mood. You cannot quantify a quality. You cannot exactly always follow a mechanical or step-by-step procedure, an algorithm to cultivate equality. There are some tips and some suggestions which I have give. But more than a mechanical step-by-step thing, it's more qualitative, not quantitative, qualitative. It's not measurable, it's not, say, strategic or planning kind of thing. We need to be more observant. We need to be more introspective, reflect, self-reflection, time to time, honest self-reflection. Just like Vyasadeva, he wrote so many scriptures. but he's feeling very dissatisfied, despondent. Then he reflected. Honest introspection. He reflected what went wrong. And he himself figured out that, oh, maybe I have not sufficiently glorified Krishna. I have not sufficiently emphasized bhakti in the scriptures that I have written so far. Probably that's the reason for my own dissatisfaction. He thought like that. Then Narada came. And there was a little conversation, and Narada confirmed it. Yes, we are dissatisfied. We are not feeling satisfaction despite writing so much literature. Because we have not sufficiently glorified Krishna and Krishna. Before even his guru pointed out the reason for his despondency, Vyasadeva could figure out the reason for his despondency by honest self-reflection, contemplation. So, it's be truthful, be true to yourself. What I have done, did it do with your intentions? Is there any glitch in the intention levels? Some say you need to verify, you need to do some self-evaluation. So if you just go with the flow without even thinking, where am I heading? What am I aspiring for? What am I doing? Is it right? What I'm doing? What I'm thinking? Is my thought process right? So once again, I need to take out some time to reflect. Otherwise, like an employee, they just told me, I will do that tick mark. To-do list. I am advancing in bhakti because I have put tick mark in all the things that I am supposed to do or I must do. What are the to-do list? What is the to-do list per day? So you have, say, morning japa, 16 rounds tick mark. So Bhagavad, then class, exam, sloka is a tick mark, but to see what they prasadam will be tick mark. Okay, I don't something that it can definitely contributes on the elements of the but some reflection. That's required. Okay, yes. You want to do that. Yes. I think we will begin with this question first.
It's a little related to this not taking the credit, and it's something that I've personally struggled over the last few months.
Last few months.
Actually, when I took saffron in July, new realizations come, and the thought process was like, oh, I was lusting for the opposite gender, and it was stuck enough. So the thoughts process was like, there was lust already towards the opposite gender. Now I'm in saffron, the lust for respect and money. I was not aware, like all these people start paying me respect, people start giving me money. I was like, I was already, like having my share of focus and concentration. And even now here in GV or a lot in India, I'm a white body and I'm in saffron. It's not like I can be unseen. And so even now I walk, I can go to Madan Mohan and I know people are looking at me. I cannot take credit, but I don't know how to manage. But how to stay humble, how to stay detached, how to
Take your attention. Don't be overly conscious of others being conscious of. You have to be little conscious definitely. Mahaprabhu is trying to like that. If I put this oil on my head and walk on the streets, what will people think about me? Yes. So as a sannyasi saffron with golden body, then Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu also was very conscious. So that being conscious of public opinion, being little afraid of public opinion should be there. But that should be more in terms of upholding the principles. Mahaprabhu is conscious about upholding the principles of sannyas. I should not be seen like a charismatic figure. I should not be seen like someone who lives in renounced order but is addicted to some kind of bodily enjoyment or some facilities, etc. etc. It's the consciousness of public opinion that he had. But when we identify ourselves truly as servants of Krishna, at least on an intellectual platform, and we are convinced about it, and when we remind ourselves of this real identity, original identity, time to time, not master, not proprietor, I'm not enjoyer, I'm not boss, I'm servant, I'm servant. So to the degree we regularly remind ourselves of this fact, your being a saffron brahmachari may be a temporary fact, right? Naham vipro nachagarapatir napi vaishyo nasutru. Today you are in saffron, tomorrow you can become sannyasi. You get a danda extra, extra attention from people, right? So being a brahmachari, being a sannyasi, being a grihastha, being a brahmana, being a kshatriya, being a male, being a female, all these are temporary identities. Being a servant of Krishna. Gopi Bhaddo Padakavalayo Dasa 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 Anudasa is a permanent identity. At least in an intellectual platform, we are convinced about this eternal identity. And when we try to remind ourselves of our real identity, that's what healing is important. Right? Smritim Punar Vismrita Tattva Vartmana. The process of healing Harikatha from advanced devotees constantly reminds us of our real identities, which we forget conveniently. And when we are working, I'm separate from much. So we are conscious about that, about the temporary identity. Or when we are given a position, the hierarchy, in any physical, managerial, or organization chart, organigram. Okay, in that you have a position. So you might be at somewhere in the top rank, top 3, 4 level, somewhere you are there. Okay, so yeah, we need to act according to that as much as humanly possible. So we go to but anyways, we need to act according to that. But that's a temporary. Okay. So in short, the answer to your question is, let's try to shift our focus from these temporary identities to permanent identities. And then only that progress can happen. The more we become aware of our real identities as servants of Krishna, and the less we give importance to our temporary identities with all the externals, then we are advancing. That's advancement. So you said something, right? Well, how is it connected to credit? Something.
Because we think, yeah, that temporary identity, we're taking credit for
Yeah.
taking credit.
Somehow they have become qualified.
Yes. And the other point that I find difficult is people start giving me money. Before they give, if I give them a book, but suddenly, just because of a change of dress, and then the whole question: am I entitled to this? What's my credit? And they start paying me pranams and bowing down, and I'm like, who am I to take this? And how do I?
That's the right mode. Okay. When people give you dakshina, just give it in the accounts.
To the
Accounts department. Right?
I do
that. Okay. And people are clear at everything here. Anyways, just money, don't keep it. You can keep something as much as is required for your basic maintenance. he anticipates certain expenses when they are traveling and proceeding. You have to, for all to meet emergency things. But when he started listening, give it and be accountable to someone for the money that you are handling. So whatever I receive, whether it is like 1,000 rupees or lakhs or whatever, I just transfer it, just give to our accounts. Then when I need, I take something from it, right? I keep it. Generally, I don't need to spend. I don't have to even touch also, right? Most of the times. So money part you can easily handle and you give it to the temple, right? Because the temple domicile, right? Just give it to the temple, that is taken care of. But when you hold it with your hands, when you try to control it, when you try to control the movements of Lakshmi, when you want Lakshmi Devi to dance according to your dictates, you will have to dance according to the dictates of Maya, Lakshmi's expansion. Okay? So don't try to control that. Use it in Krishna's service. Whatever control that you will exercise, do it in such a way that funds are managed effectively in the service, provided you are the authorized person. Otherwise, give it to someone who has that authority and ability. I give it another one. Okay? Another than to see the records. I give you decide. He and they have a team, they will decide. Yeah, so let's take an explain that's a good. Okay, that's about money. About respect, when people are offering donations to you, yeah, you're quite young also. What's the age?
25.
25 is quite young. And then a 50-year-old Mataji goes down. It's such an excruciatingly painful moment. Please don't do this. I would say. Don't accept. Don't accept it, not in the sense that you chastise them. Hey, don't go to introduction. I don't want any credit. I don't want any respect. That's not the point. Be polite enough to translate in the heart. And mentally, you should immediately translate to Krishna and Guru. And if possible, verbally also you can say, depending on the situation. I don't disagree. Mentally and verbally transfer that respects to Krishna, to the deities, to Guru, to all the Vaishnavas who empowered you and allowed you to be in that position. Right? If someone has given you saffron, right? And they're bowing down to you because you had saffron. So that obeisances are going to the person who has given you saffron. Oh yeah. Yeah, just transmitter because you wore that dress given by that person and they are bowing down to you. Actual respects are to the cloth. The person was very nice, but the person not in that cloth, probably that is not. Right? Because you have not invested time in them. They have not known you so much. Just because they see you, because they are operating. Right?
And the color of the skin.
Whatever. That may be your thought, but it's not necessarily so always. They may raise eyebrows also.
Huh?
They may bow down their head, sometimes they raise their eyebrows also. Be ready for that. All kinds of experience they can get. Okay? But as I said, I think sometime when in the beginning of our class, there's a transmitter of grace, there's an originator of grace, and there's a receiver of grace. The credit should go to the receiver of grace and originator of grace. And in this whole transaction, the transmitter of grace should not be enthusiastic. Transmitter should be transparent. The transmitter claims credit for transmitting that grace to a receiver of grace, then the transmitter is not being transparent. Okay? So the transmitter is called transparent transmitter to the degree he doesn't take credit. He transparently transmits the grace from originator to receiver, and he transparently transmits the credit or the respect or the obeisances coming from the receiver to the originator. And just if you have received from there and offered it, You receive from here to over there. Okay. Anything else? Yes, bro.
To train a normal train, they are staying same place, they are practicing Krishna consciousness. Somehow on the program, one devotee seeing the other devotee there for the devotee. We are not prepared the two types of men for this program. In terms of then two items. So one devotee complaining to another devotee, that devotee was not the part of this mass. And that devotee complaining after the program, they say few times, they say the same thing, but that devotee will not be waiting for the program. So somehow the authority they said that it's okay, somehow it's happened. But when they are again coming in a normal life, normal discussion, they are not able to discuss properly. The one devotee shared that why because I am not doing anything and I am not a part of this management. So why they are complaining such a like thing? And
It's getting too elaborate. Just crisply ask the question. I don't know the situation.
then then say when I come together, so I will not be able
See
to.
the point where
So all this happened. The one devotee when meet this another devotee, they feared and they said that I'm so feared that I will not be discuss this the same topics in a normal way. So this is happened for my mind and possible. I
can someone summarize this question? Raghu, can you please summarize what exactly is trying to ask? Someone couldn't follow. I was inattentive probably.
My question is, one devotee cannot meet with this other devotee because they fall from us, finding some faults that devotee.
Okay.
But that devotee doesn't do anything. When they again meet, the meeting, the discussion, they are not openly able to discuss this thing. Because whatever
Prabhu, I am saying little bit.
after this incident happened, then the another devotee said that I am not able to discuss that devotee properly because I am in here to meet with him. So my question is that why this happening? So the mind said that so don't discuss this thing with that devotee. This thing
Somebody
created
broke the trust and revealed the confidential news to someone else.
not confident, simple thing.
Broke the trust. They made something that harmed each other, and they are afraid to discuss that. So
But
what?
previously they are different.
So we're friends. The trust was broken, and now they are afraid to meet again because their blockage is there, and they don't know should we address this, and because of that lack of confidence, they are blocked. They cannot be friends because that fear that trust was broken.
Now, I don't know, it's natural that our regular human interactions or even devotee interactions, such situations happen. Some discussions and some interactions may be little confusing. Either you sit together, discuss them, resolve them, and continue your friendship further, or you ignore that topic completely, you don't discuss about it, and your relationship continues as usual. That is also fine. But if the traces of the past memories are still there, and your future interactions are being colored or influenced by those previous bitter experiences, then one of them should take the initiative in addressing. Okay. One of them should take initiative and raise the topic, clarify. If there is a mistake on other person's part, try to excuse. If there is a mistake on one's own part, try to apologize and try to resolve it and continue your further journey with proper dignity. Okay. If required, take help from a third party. Both of them can identify a trustworthy senior or a friend who can just help resolve the situation And so that their friendship can continue further. Right? If it's like the incompatibility factor is too much, then maintaining a respectful distance and respecting them from a distance instead of coming closer and being disrespectful may be an option. Yeah. If the incompatibility factor is too much, then maintain a respectful distance. Because when you come closer and the distance is getting reduced, disrespect is increasing. So instead of disrespecting them by coming closer, respect them from a distance. Okay, that means maintain respectful distance. Makes sense?
Yes, but my question is why happens? For this, the mind.
Why we don't know? Mind it can be both. Mind, what is mind? Mind is servant of ego. Mind's function is thinking, feeling, believing, emotions, attachments, aversions, desires, thoughts. But all these are subservients of ego. Mind is a servant of ego. Ego level somebody identifying myself. This how can he treat me like this? And mind's emotions are in that direction. So why it happens, it can happen because of 100 reasons. But once it has happened, you need to address it in a very dignified way. If it's not happening, then live with it. I don't know that I got your question, but I said something.
Describing this way, so that's why I'm thinking, so what is happening is the intelligence of the mind.
Yeah, it is underutilizing intelligence and overly giving importance to it. So, okay, fine. Any other question, thought, comment?
Like if someone is got any fault in us, then we have to correct that it is correct. There is a truth in that fault. But if there is not any truth, then my question is that at least once we should clarify and defend ourselves, because if we don't do that, then the person will face the accident.
We will give this example before Srivas Thakur. He was doing Hardam Sankirtan in Srivas Anand. Gopal Chapel wanted to defame him. He kept Kali worship paraphernalia in front of his home. Srivas Thakur opened his door in the morning. He found this paraphernalia. He called all the devotees, all the neighbors, and said, "He's not a neighbor." Srivas Thakur is helping his fault finder, right? His offender to defame himself. So he is so detached. He has no attachment to his public image. What people think about him, he has nothing to do with. And of course, nobody believed what Srivas Thakur said. That's good because he's such a wonderful Vaishnava. Nobody could have imagined that he is doing it. He immediately said, "Hey, get a sweeper, clean this place." So that much integrity he had. On the other hand, in Dwarka, once Satyajit came and blamed Krishna. Krishna, you're a thief. In childhood, you were stealing butter, and you're grown up, you are stealing Samantakam. So what did Krishna do? He did not say, come, I have stolen. He did not announce it everywhere. He said, give me some time. Let me prove my innocence. So he went and found that money, Samantaka money, fighting with Jamba for 28 days. He retrieved that money and gave it back to Satyajit. And Satyajit became so impressed, so humiliated. So sometimes we have to put some effort to prove our innocence. And sometimes we can be detached. Who to follow? Srivas Thakur or Krishna? Both are one of the examples. Right? You want some little logic in it? Srivas Thakur is a so relaxed. But Krishna is a prince representing the royal order. If the royal order is blamed, it's not just a blemish on Krishna's character. Entire Yadu dynasty and the kingdom, the rulership, The management, the leadership is Krishna. So Krishna had to just prove his innocence. He can, in such circumstances, you may have to try to prove your innocence. And sometimes we should be detached. And it also depends on who is blaming. So when Satyajit is blaming, Krishna proved his innocence. But when the Brahmana who was losing his kids, as soon as the kids were born, they were dying. So in Dwarka, similar story can go. And this Brahmana comes in front of the palace of Vrishnis, Yadus, and he says that because of the king's sinful activities, his citizens are suffering like this. I don't deserve to lose my kids. But because the king is sinful, I am losing my kids. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, the 9 children died. And every time Brahmana comes and then speaks such foul language and blasphemes Hindu dynasty and all of it, right? Because it's a Brahmana. When a senior is finding fault with you, when someone who is superior in Varna or Ashram is finding fault with you, generally, traditionally, you are expected to show some tolerance. You are not expected to defend yourself too much. Even if you are not involved. Okay. Generally, of course, Kalika standards of ego and morality may not allow you to do it. So that's the general response that we have. But traditionally, it is Shani Rishi cursing Parikshit Maharaj, Parvati Devi cursing Chitraketu Maharaj, and Shringi cursing Parikshit Maharaj. Durva's only trying to kill Amrish Maharaj. Many of them have exhibited some tolerance issues. Sometimes you may clarify, but not crossing the boundaries of etiquette, not disrespecting and demeaning them. There's a misunderstanding, you can clarify. But still, you have to exhibit some little tolerance. The clarification should not be done in such a way to offend them, demean them, but actually just to present the facts. Makes sense.
Yes, I think understood that. Like only in the case of senior also, I can do something if I feel it is required. Because if I don't do that, misunderstanding is there. Like I have said,
You can avoid misunderstanding as much as possible. But
Humbly.
from someone senior, you go polite.
Yeah, only once. Yeah. Even if it is we have to accept after learning.
Yes.
And
Again, it's not a rule book.
yeah,
It's too many. You will always ask this question. I will give this answer. We both will respond according to our own natures. That's a situation. So, thank you.
Some thought in this regard, something I learned, I cannot remember from where. When I was traveling in Bengal, and the principle is that sometimes, for the sake of the relationship, even though we are right, and there's a disagreement, this devotee was saying, I'm playing tutal. It was kirtan. And all the Mridanga players were like lost. No, it's trital. And he's saying, no, I played this so many times, it's tutal. And it went on, it could not fit in with the Mridanga players. Eventually they gone on and it was trital. So then I went, Prabhu, you know, it was trital. He said, I played this so many times, it's tutal. And said, no, Prabhu. So we got a bit upset with each other. And I said, oh, I don't want to be upset with him. So then I went to him and I said, Prabhu, actually you were right. It was tutal. And then he was so happy. And then everything was forgotten and we were happy with each other. So even though I know I was right, but because the relationship and the friendly environment with this devotee was more important to me than being right, then sometimes even for the sake of the relationship, we might prioritize that than to being right.
Amazing. Constantly waiting once Sarvapetition was named. We may win the battle, or we may win the fight, or win the argument. but when you lose the relationship, it's not about losing the relationship just to win an argument. Anything else? 6:45. Yes.
You have mentioned the last class that Preeti in devotional service is a lifetime project. So how we can actually understand that I have that, how little I have, how can understand that Preeti in our daily to daily life to doing
Is it towards whom? Towards whom?
Krishna devotional life services.
It's a very good thing. Priti Vardhanam. So, first let us follow the regimen given by our acharyas. Try to develop some priti towards the various elements of sadhana. Before developing priti towards Krishna. So, the Pandavas have 6 level exchanges with Krishna. Darshana, Sparshana, Samlapa, Shayana, Bhojana. They are taking darshan of Krishna, they are seeing Krishna, they are touching Krishna, Sparsha, Samlapa, they are conversing with Krishna, Shayana, they are sleeping with Krishna, Asana, they are sitting with Krishna, Bhojana, they are eating with Krishna. So we have your 6 level exchanges from Upadeshamrit, but Krishna is having 6 level exchanges directly with Pandavas. So that's a very, very high thing, having all these level exchanges with Krishna directly. But for a sadhaka, his or her relationship with Krishna is primarily through the elements of sadhana. And our love for Krishna, our connection with Krishna is through Shravana Kirtan, through our japa, through the Bhagavatam study, through the services that we have. So, when my commitment towards my services and my attention in japa and my absorption in shastric study are increasing, that's increase of my love for Krishna at my level of mind. Right? Because we are sadhakas, we can connect with Krishna through our elements of sadhana. So we can express our devotion towards Krishna by sincerely sticking to these various aspects of various angas of bhakti. Sincerely sticking to them. That is pretty okay. Makes sense, bro?
And
Anything that yes, something. Priti Vardhan. His japa is really correct. Even what clarification?
not yeah, another question.
And say that. Not you, no worse, not me. Okay.
So you are mentioning that the transparent transmitter. So
Transparent transmission waves.
yeah, so like we can see that this is like my senior Vaishnava and Guru who giving grace to me, and your point was that who is giving that he had no like he should not think that I am the cause of that giving, but as I am taking from the seniors and Guru, how I should actually reciprocate with that transparent transmitter person who is, to whom I am giving the chance to serve.
That's a good question. So far, in this class, a couple of times we discussed primarily about the preacher, the person who is spreading Krishna consciousness. But when you happen to be the recipient, you should see the transmitter also as a representative of Krishna and try to render service to the transmitter. Service and gratitude towards the person. Yes, when you are a receiver of grace, you need to be grateful to the person who you got that grace. not only from whom the grace has originated. Ultimately, everything comes from Krishna. We need to definitely develop devotion for Krishna, undoubtedly. But that grace of Krishna, that mercy of Krishna, that compassion of Krishna came to you through the Vaishnava, to the devotee. So you need to be grateful to the devotees. But when you happen to be the devotee, playing as an instrument in another devotee's life, spiritual life, then you don't be eager to take credit for their spiritual life. But when you happen to be the receiver of that inspiration from some devotee, you should give credit to that devotee who was instrumental in bringing you to this position. Right? So that makes the relationship between a guru and disciple very worthwhile and enlightening and sweet. Disciple says, Janma Janma Prabhu se. But Guru says, Prabhu is there and you are receiver of grace. I'm not qualified. I'm unqualified and disqualified in 100 different ways. But still, I'm fortunate enough to get an opportunity to serve you and serve Krishna in this way by leading you further. Okay? Be confident of the Guru. But disciple should not approachment again. And next time I'll not send the letter to you, I'll send directly to you. That should not be the concept of a disciple. Right? Disciple should always impress Krishna through you. Guru should not consider oneself as a replacement of Krishna. This is Guru's consciousness. Somebody acts as Guru, somebody acts as disciple. Right? You simultaneously play both roles. We adapt to the mood. Just like I was saying, right, in the previous class, guest role and host role. What should be your mood as a guest? What should be your mood as a host? It's that. In both cases, humility is our ornament. Let me give you one small example. One devotee showing contrast emotions in two different situations in his dealings with other devotees. But a contrast in one's words, emotions. You know, Hanuman, before jumping across the Lanka ocean, what did Hanuman do? He expanded himself into a huge form and he boasted about himself. I am this, I am that, I can circumambulate Garuda, I can circumambulate Meru mountain, I can uproot Lanka, burn Lanka, I can destroy Lanka, I can trample all the Rakshasas, I can do this. So much. Then he jumped across the Lanka ocean. Then he met Sita Devi. To cut the long story short, Sita Devi asked him, Hanuman, somehow you managed to come by jumping across the Lanka ocean. But can Ram come? Can Lakshman come? Can Sugriva come? Can all the Vanara soldiers reach Lanka like this? Can they jump across the ocean like you? And you know what Hanuman said? My dear brother, I am the most insignificant Vanara in Sugriva's army. Every other Vanara in Sugriva's army is either equally powerful like me or more powerful than me. Is there any truth in this statement? No. Zero truth.
Yeah.
Hanuman, the youngest weakest warrior in Sugriva's army, is more powerful than you. But he said, you may say Hanuman is lying, he is no. Earlier, before jumping across the Lanka, what did he say? He said, I will do this, I will do that. Okay, he boasted about himself. There is boasting, here is something himself. But in both cases, Hanuman is emotionless. Other side of the ocean, all the Vanaras were very despondent. They were about to commit suicide. They were thinking that without finding Sita Devi, we go back to Kishkindara. Sugriva will tell us. Before he kills us, better we come suicide. They were calculating this Lanka Ocean is 100 useless wide, and I cannot jump across this Lanka Ocean. I can jump 10 useless, 20 useless, 30 useless, 40 useless. I can jump 100, but I cannot come back. So many calculations. And everybody was despondent. It's very negative, depressing vibrations are created on the shore of the ocean. Then in such a situation, Jambavan came and motivated Hanuman, and Hanuman became big. And to motivate all the Vanara soldiers, he posted evidence. He gave them confidence, he gave them reassurance. And again, there on the other side, to give reassurance to Mother Sita, Hanuman said this, that I am the weakest one. So in both cases, although Hanuman's words were opposite, here he is humbling himself, he is boasting over himself. But in both cases, he wants to reassure, give encouragement to other nations. He is acting according to the situation. So, spiritual is very different. You cannot have standard set formulas. So this is the situation. This is the have. Who did have a response? Here, defend yourself. Here, we can amend them. Here, we can chastise them. Here, we can become angry. Doesn't work here. Okay. Cannot have some card, magic card. Play this card, play this card. Play the culprit card here, play the victim card here. Be emotional here, be logical here. Generally, you need to adapt to the circumstances very dynamically. And the speak part, how to speak part. And Krishna inspires the Ram with the hero. So, what we need to do is keep our intentions always clear and clean. The kind of appropriate behavior that we need to exhibit according to the situation requires maturity, and that maturity comes to us to the degree our practice is sincere and our intentions are. All we can do is, with a pure intention, let's practice sincerely. Okay, pure intent, sincere practice. I to be a perfect. ये दो चीजें हमारा और कुछ नहीं. Just maintain intentions, maintain pure intentions, and practice sincerely to the best of your ability as far as humanly possible. I to be a perfect. And these two things are ensured. Acting appropriately on the spur of the moment, spontaneously adapting to the right kind of response, will automatically manifest in your character to the degree your intent is pure, your attempt is consistent. And that will satisfy your heart also. And you are a work in progress. Work in progress means temple hobbies are. Temple are work in progress. They are putting pillars now. And you go there, like, it's not that pleasant because all the people with the yellow cap, red caps on the head, they're moving around. It's a construction site. Not university, a nice green beaches. I brought some over in this construction site. Great, chant Japanese. As you have been witnessing the work in progress in 15 years. We continue to in progress. Every still 15 years of your sadhana, work is not complete yet. Today, 50 lifetimes the most. Okay. Lifetimes on the scale of 20. So, responding appropriately on the spur of the moment is a product of your maturity. And that maturity is a product of your consistent practice of quality. It's sincere intention, pure intention. What makes the sadhaka, born-bred sadhaka, is only the pure intention. Our heart is not pure yet. Lust is there, envy is there, pride is there, greed is there, typical mentality is there, fault mentality is there, so many impurities. But what makes our bhakti uttama bhakti Pure bhakti, anya abhilashitas. Are you sincerely desiring to serve Krishna without any distractions, deviations in mind or not? Depend. You're not in the platform yet. Are you sincerely desiring to do so? That's the question. Everyone here, to at desire level, at aspiration level, at intention level, do you want to exclusively serve Krishna or anything else is there? Fine. Want to serve Shiva, Narada, Shiva, Narada, both are Vaishnavas, but are you thinking of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Are you convinced that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead? Narada, both Anna is
Yeah.
So, are you aspiring to serve Krishna only?
Yeah.
Ultimately, okay. That makes you one of our son. Okay. You're not up to the mark. So, don't criticize purposes. Don't criticize a dirty person who is standing under the shower. He's dirty, of course, but नहाने के लिए बाथरूम में. He is standing under shower. Don't criticize that. Don't discourage the dirty person who is under the shower. It's dirty, yes. Depending on how dirty he is, that person has to spend under the shower. 5 minutes में नहीं होता. Right. If it's second or third bathing a day, fine. 2 minutes you can come on. Right. If you are traveling in a train, journey is 40 hours. And are not taken back for the last 40 hours or 50 hours. Okay. Then it will take some more time. Right. But they are standing at the shower. That makes you Mahamad Sadhana. Okay. 640. And then, Prabhu, you want to add something, please? We are the boss here. We had them learn and do, and here we also. We just came from that.
Haribol.
Carrying so much of mercy and reflection and realization and experiences.
Many youth were there. Many youth were there. Also, maximum youth were there.
Topic that we discussed. We discussed multiple topics. This is Anya Abhilashitasuni, not Anya Narthasuni. Anarthanivrutti is the part of Bhakti. Right? Then one of its sadhaka, giving Anarthas. Okay. So to cross that Anarthanivrutti stage and come to Nishta, then you are a little more advanced. But still, you are an Uttama Bhakta, means you are a practitioner of pure devotional service only, despite having analysis. Provided your intention is to serve Krishna. Your intention is to take revenge on somebody, then you are mixing with bouncing Bhakta. Your intention is to get gain, prestige, enjoyment. You are a Rajasa. If your intention is to attain liberation, your goal is to attain liberation, you are a sadhu. The goal is to please Krishna. Despite having some envy, pride, greed, etc. No problem. We are devotees. You are devotee in practice stage. Eventually that will go. Once you cross the stage. It takes some time. The Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.